So welcome everybody, and once again, as always, thank you so much for making the effort to get on tonight's call. I appreciate the fact that it is the final of MasterChef, and some of you may have been following it all the way through. But that's okay, we're here, and this is a more important place to be right now. We have the most amazing opportunity tonight to hear the beautiful Natalie Baldock give us some of her finest teachings. I've known Nat now for about half a dozen years or more, and I will never forget our first event that we had together in her lounge room in Innaloo with a couple of guests. We definitely fumbled our way through, and we've definitely done it a hell of a lot better since then. But one of the most wonderful things about Natalie, and has certainly been one of the reasons why she has built an incredible community of people, not just franchisees but also customers, and well beyond that through the wellness community, is her love of people and her love of getting to know people. Nat is an amazing communicator and has a great desire to learn about people, and that is one of the most essential criteria that we really need to be great in this business, is an interest in other people, because the only way you can achieve greatness in this business is to help other people achieve greatness, and Natalie has certainly done that. So tonight we've asked Nat to come on board and tell us a little bit about how she has developed over the last half a dozen or so years, as far as becoming a really interested person in other people, and asking people questions, and finding that need for Juice Plus, whether it be through health or even whether it be through wealth and financial future and financial success. So Nat, I think I'll just hand straight over to you, love, because you're best to take the floor.
Oh, well, I tell you what, I'm really, really super pumped, because we just did a Team B call. I don't know who was on that call from this call, and you guys are welcome to jump on anytime. Tomorrow I can share some of the calls that are maybe interesting for hunters and gatherers, so you guys can get in your pajamas and do a couple of calls all the way through. If it gets too big and I can't get my team on there and they can play, and we'll have to separate. But up until then, I've got the access to 200 people on the call each Monday night at 7 o'clock. But what we talked about tonight was really Master Asker questions, like how to get to know someone, how to truly invest your loving heart into another human being and have them share their love, their passion, their pain, their vulnerability, so you can actually service them at the highest level. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my God, that sounds hard work. But it's not. It's about being a best friend to everybody. I've been accused over the time in my life of having too many best friends. And I say, no, you don't understand me. I love people. I love people. And I just adore all the people that I have in my life. I love all of you. And whether you believe that or not, you might think that's false, but that's actually my genuine heart. I really just love people. And the reason why I do is because my mum was a great lover of people. My grandma was a great lover of people. My granddad was a great lover of people. My dad was just this incredible person that would go to a party or go to the golf club or go to the tennis club and get to know everyone and say hi to everyone. So as a little girl, I became this girl that wanted to sit with the person that was the outsider. I wanted to go to that person and see why they were sad. Or I wanted to hang out with the least most popular person because I wanted to give them life and love and happiness. So that's my nature. But do you know what? Anyone can learn to be that way. And Master Asker is just a really clever way to teach you to care about people at the highest level. So when you come across a person that you've never met before and you're having that first conversation, do you spend time talking about yourself? Because if you do, you will fail. It's not about you. Life is about serving humanity at the highest level, and that means caring about others before yourself. That is called servant leadership. That is called servant's heart. So I can talk about myself too much sometimes. And Tamara's known me for 7 years. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm perfect, because I'm not. But I have a purpose when I talk about myself, because I'm trying to build value into the message. However, the way that I connect with humanity is to ask 3 to 5 questions of somebody before I start talking about myself. So when I meet someone for the first time, I say, hey, what are you doing in the shopping centre? And I say, oh, I'm just buying this and doing this. I've got my little girl with me today and blah, 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 blah. And I say, I love this shopping centre, you know. I said, I always go here and get my whole food, fruit and veg, and I do this and I do that, blah, 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 and isn't it a beautiful day outside? And you know, and then they just talk back, and then I ask another big question and another big question. I get to know people, and then they'll tell me something that pains them, or they'll tell me something that excites them, or they'll show me some values that they have, like they love their kids. And so I see every time an avenue to talk about Juice Plus. I want to teach you something amazing. On Sunday, Simon Mitchell asked us to write down what Juice Plus can help people with. Now, think about this. What does Juice Plus help people with? If you say health and wealth, fantastic, 100%. But it's too broad, right? It can help you with your confidence. It can help you with purpose. It can help you with your health, and it can be more specific around health. It can help you with meeting friends, contribution, love and connection. It can help you with variety. It can help you with wealth creation, personal development, love and compassion. It can help you with so many things, right? So many things. So what you're trying to do is get somebody to tell you what they desire, and then you show them how Juice Plus can help with love and compassion, friendship, health, wealth, personal development, certainty. Like, I feel very certain about my income every month. Very certain. And certainty is what humanity wants, right? I also want to be able to contribute in a way. So if somebody talks to me about contribution, my eyes light up and I get all passionate. And then if somebody said to me, I can show you a way that you can contribute to humanity at the highest level, I go, tell me, what is it, right? They say, we have a children's health study, and there are over 1 million children in the world on a children's health study that have our product for free, which equates to $400 million worth of donations per month. Per year. My eyes are wide open. My heart is wide open because you've just spoken to me and my values. So what you've got to do is ask big questions. Don't ask yes, no questions, and don't be, asking flat questions. You need to be saying to somebody, oh, wow, what is it that you do that lights you up? People go, oh, that's a really funny question. Go, I know. Do you know what? I don't want to ask, how are you? That doesn't float my boat, because you're going to say good, but I want to know what lights you up. Say, oh, my gosh. And some people just cry because they go, you know what? I haven't been lit up since I was a child. Then you go, they need purpose. They need passion, right? Or what about this? You love your family so much. What makes you love them so much? You know, like, I know mothers love their children, but what makes you love these kids so much? Oh my gosh, they do this, they do that, they do this. And so what if you could be with them more often? I want to share something with you. When I left my corporate job and I had to go home and I had a baby and I had no money, I needed to find a way to stay home with my baby and not have to go back to my full-time job, because it was never going to allow me to be home with my son. And I would love to be able to show you something that could also give you that gift too. Would you like to see something? Can I share something with you? Be open, be real, be vulnerable, right? And so what I'm saying to everybody is, master asker questions is not the yes-no questions. Don't be an average Joe. Care about people and ask big, bold, brave questions of people. Now, when you're meeting someone for the first time, sometimes it's tricky. But second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, up to eighth time, you can ask master asker questions and get a lot out of people. So you're investing in people from the very get-go. Now, you can write a program and you can have a script. Now, I had something happen. I had Adam and Laurie and say to me that you need a script, Nat. Anyway, I thought, oh my gosh, we don't have scripts. Maybe we need scripts. And I wrote these scripts. Then I coached on these scripts, and then I went out into the world and I tried these scripts. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for every situation. The only time a script works is when you post an ad on Facebook and someone wants to join your tribe, and you have to ask them specific questions like, what drives you? What creates passion in your world? What sort of income do you want to earn? That's a script. But if you're meeting people for the first time and you're chasing a new audience, you need to be a master asker. You need to learn how to ask questions that allow people to share their heart and their story. So questions like, if you could have a perfect day, what would that look like? What's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you? That's a huge question, right? What's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you? You see people's eyes light up. And when you hear their story, sometimes they say the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me is bought me a flight to a holiday retreat where I can't afford that. Oh, can't afford equals maybe business opportunity. The nicest thing anyone's ever done for me, when I was really sick when I was 18 and I had this disease, I had somebody move into my home and look after me for 2 weeks. Like, they were sick. Oh, tell me a bit more about that, So you need to learn how to ask bigger questions of people. And if you feel silly doing this, then you are not in your heart space, you're in your head space. If you have to analyse the question and go, oh, what should I say? How should I say it? What should I say? When? Where? If you're thinking like that, you've lost the point of the exercise. To be a great friend, you need to be in your heart space. So when you're asking these master asker questions, you're actually caring about people. I really genuinely want to know what lights you up. I set an intention that Juice Plus is the answer to all people's prayers. But I don't care if they join today. I'm not attached to that outcome. It's not important. What's really important is asking the questions that allow them to share their heart. And there might be a gap where you can say something, and sometimes there's not. But you set the intention that Juice Plus can answer everyone's prayers. It answered mine. I have a home that I call a home. I have a place to contribute. I get variety every day. I get to have love and connection. I get to have a servant's heart. I have friendship that means more to me in this place than anywhere outside. I get to contribute financially to charities I want to gift to. I get to be at home with my little boy, and I get to create a team that I love and create a business and a culture that I love. So it serves me at the highest level. Imagine being able to give that gift to somebody else. The only way you're going to be able to give that gift to someone is to get to know their pain and get to know all of the parts of them that they need to be raised. You need to know their values. What do they value? What do they want out of life? What are their desires, their dreams, their goals? What is their pain? And when you get to know people at that level, you can serve them at the highest level and not before. If you vomit on someone's face and talk Juice Plus and say, you should, this amazing product, blah, 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 people are going to go, no. But if you get to know them and they love you and they trust you, they will buy from you. And this is not a sales technique. This is our business. Our business is not about Juice Plus the product. Our business is not about Juice Plus the business. Our business is personal development. Our business is a relationship business. When you start understanding that this is all about you becoming the greatest relationship builder, it's about you becoming the greatest friend to your customers and the greatest friend to your distributors, then you will get this. And not before. And all of a sudden it will flow like never before. Does that make sense to everybody? Can I have a yes, I hope, or no? Yeah, okay. This is about, okay, so Linda, right? Linda's got an amazing business with her products, skincare, whatever else you're doing, you know, all those beautiful, gorgeous things that you do, organic and blah, blah, blah. This makes sense to you in your business also, right? So whatever you do outside, it's not just about Juice Plus. Juice Plus, the business, teaches you to be the best human being on the planet. It teaches you to love people in the supermarket. It teaches you to love your customers in Linda's business, and also to Nicole's on here. She's got Joy Pure, this beautiful product that I use and I love too. And, you know, it teaches her to be the best customer carer in that business, to add on another, you know, internal beauty and external beauty. It teaches us to do things outside in life. It teaches us to be the best mother, the best lover. It teaches us to be a best friend, because what happens is we're not attached to the outcome. I don't care if people go on the product or not. I don't care if they want in on the business or not. All I know is that this is the greatest gift I could possibly ever give someone. So when you are vested in people's hearts and you want to love people at the highest level and you want to get to know them and you want to put them first before you put yourself first, all of a sudden they'll give you the world, they'll give you their story, they'll be vulnerable with you, and that's when people connect. Vulnerability is the only place that people connect. You know those friendships when you meet someone and you're like, that's, oh my God, that's the best friend I could ever have. I have met someone, we are one, we're the same person, this is the coolest new person I've ever had in my life, and you just click. That's because you've been vulnerable and your hearts have met in the middle, right? You've got the same energy. And so that's what you're trying to achieve with each and every person. And it's possible to have that with each and every person, but you need to be vulnerable, and you need to get into their vulnerable heart by asking the big questions that allows them to share their story first before your story. Number one rule in our business, their story first before your story. The connector is this one statement. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm truly blessed to hear that. Thank you for being vulnerable. You know, if it helps, I'd like to share mine. Do I have permission to share my story? See how real that was? Because it is real, that's how I feel about it, right? And then I share my story with them. Or if I don't have a story, I share my friend's story. My friend with ankylosing spondylitis, my friend with diabetes, my friend who's, you know, a doctor, my friend who's a skin carer, my friend who had depression. I share their story. And I say, and then after I share it, I say, I don't know if it makes sense to you. It's worked for me. But I would love to show you more. And then they'll feed into it with excitement, or what will happen is they'll stop and say it's not for them, or they'll want more information. 3 types of people. Now, I want to give you a great analogy that I've been teaching my team over the last couple of weeks. Can I have some interaction here? Do you give birthday presents to people?
Yeah.
Everyone, right? Are you afraid to give a gift?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Now, when you give that gift, is it a risk that they might not like it?
Yeah.
Okay. But you give it anyway. You give the gift, and some people get so excited by the gift and they open it straight away, right? And they're the people that are Juice Plus distributors that are brilliant, right? Then there's a second type of person. They open the gift and they're not quite sure about it, but they're just polite, and they'll say, oh, thank you. They've got that voice and you know they hate it, right? But that's okay. And they'll give you a hug and say thank you anyway, right? And they're the people that go, and I'm going to ask my husband, I have to do more research, right? Don't worry about them. Next person, okay? Then you've got the third type of person who won't open the gift in front of you, who will open it at home, right? They're the no's, okay? Don't you hate that? I hate that when people do that. I'm so excited. I put so much love into that present, and they go and open it at home, and then they text me, thank you for my present. I'm like, I just spent $50 on that person. Do you know? I want people to share and celebrate with me too. But I've actually disciplined my disappointments now. I just know there's 3 types of people that receive gifts in 3 certain ways. Okay? So when you ask them to ask you questions and you get them to share their story first, and then you ask permission and then you share your story, some will be excited by the gift, some people not so excited, want to do a bit more research, and then some people just straight no. You see how simple that analogy is? But guess what? This is the best part of the analogy. You don't not give someone a birthday present. You just do it. So what you need to do is see Juice Plus as a gift, the product and the business, and share it knowing that you're going to get the 3 same responses as if you gave a birthday present. That's the best gift I can give you today, right? You're giving a gift. My God, you're giving a gift. Guys, you've got to understand, my life is brilliant because of Juice Plus. My life is compellingly, I don't even know how to say it. I'm so blessed. I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude. I'm so lucky to have this life. Not lucky, right? But I am lucky that somebody found me and introduced it to me. And guess what? The person you don't speak to is an opportunity lost. And it could be a Natalie Baldock. It could be a Tamara Hunter, a Tracy Biggins, a Carla Thomas, an Abby Haro, a Hilary Manners. You don't know. But if you don't share because you're scared, get out of that bullshit story and start sharing with courage, because courage creates greatness. Now, I have this life because I deserve it, because I got so uncomfortable for the last 7 years. I do things that scare the shit out of me all the time. And I kind of got addicted to it now. I'm kind of like, whoops, like sliding with your socks on in the kitchen, and then you hit like a bump and then you fall on your ass and you go, oh no. You know what I mean? Like, it's always a risk when you do something dumb. Just the one thing I learned from Simon yesterday is that every single one of you is a freaking weirdo. Just get excited about being a weirdo. Like, you're all freaking weird. I'm weird. And I want to be weird because that means I'm unique and I'm beautiful and I'm special and I'm not like every other person on the planet. You're all weird. Get used to it. You've got faults and you've got flaws and you've got ticks and you've got things that a lot of people aren't going to like. And then you've got so much beauty and so many gifts and so many talents. So get used to those. Focus on those. What you focus on, you bring about. If you're shy, use your shyness to your advantage. Speak in a soft tone. Talk to people with a vulnerable heart. Be quiet. Do one-on-one meetings, right? If you're loud and gregarious, get on live social media and talk about your passions and your purpose and your excitement. If you're, if you've got things going on, be vulnerable and real about that. But you've got to get to know people first. You've got to ask big questions of people, and you've got to let them share their story first, ask permission to share yours and stop, and then wait. And sometimes the gift isn't well received, and sometimes it is, and that's all it is. That's exactly what our business is each and every day. Share your product story, business story, product story, business story. The simple duplication isn't sharing your product story and your business story. That's all it is. So I don't know how much time we've got. We've got 3 minutes. So what about if we do this? What about if we open it up to 3 really quick questions that I can answer in under a minute each? How about that? So what have we got down here? I've got a little chat. Yes, Rachel, what a beautiful, yes, the depth and the heart and the people in this business, what a gift we have. Yes, we do. And until you realise that, you'll never give the gift away properly, right? I am only here because Bronwyn had the courage to call me 7 times. What do you say to what do you do? Oh, okay. So when someone says, what do you do? I say, I say to people, I work alongside an international whole food company that retails and wholesales a heavily researched whole food concentrate for children and adults. And I'm also a food coach, and this is the product that I recommend to absolutely everybody. And then sometimes I'll say, I'm a network marketing professional, because sometimes I just want to shock someone, want to see what they say. So I go, I'm in network marketing. I'm a network marketing professional. Have you ever heard of a network marketing professional? Sometimes they go, network marketing. I go, yeah. I know that's what I thought 7 years ago. But I own it now. I love it. And sometimes they go, run away. And sometimes they go, that's cool that you love it. That's really cool, Nat. And I go, yeah, I've worked really hard to own it, you know? And then I get vulnerable. I say, it wasn't always easy. I chose this over my corporate career. And I got a lot of no's, and a lot of people thought I was crazy. A lot of people thought I was weird. Well, I am weird. That's just the way it is. How do you get out of a hostile conversation with grace? Okay, I don't have hostile conversations because I don't ever let them get to hostile conversations, because when you're in a vulnerable heart space and you ask Master ask your questions and you make it about them, there is no such thing as hostility. Hostility only comes when you've challenged someone and you've made them wrong. So when someone says, oh, it's too expensive, and you go, no, it's not. Challenge. I already eat enough fruits and vegetables. Oh, no one eats enough fruits and vegetables. Challenge them. You've made them wrong. Don't make people wrong. Make people right. And the way you do that is to agree with them. Be agreeable. Say, yeah, do you know what? I agree with you. You know what? When I first heard about Juice Plus, I thought it was expensive too. I totally get that. You know what I learned was that it was cheaper for me to buy Juice Plus than to buy 26 serves of fruits and vegetables organically. So, you know, I'm not here to negate that. I totally get that. But for me, it's a choice that I've made. But maybe it's not for you. It's not for everyone. Can you feel that? Imagine if I took it away from you. I said, maybe it's not for you, that's okay. You already eat 26 serves of fruits and vegetables every day. I get that. Like, some people can do that. I can't do that. I'm not that good with my nutrition. I'm great, but I'm not that good, you know. So my choice is what I do. And then just let them come back. And that's a no. Like, just go. Next person. Don't go, but just, you know what I mean. Oh, yeah. Look, feel, felt, found is a technique, a #1 top selling technique. I feel, if you feel them, so you say, yeah, I felt the same way too, but what I found was this. It's good, but unless you're good at that, it doesn't always work. So you've got to be really good by saying, I'm totally hearing you. You know, I know you have to ask your husband. I had to do the same. I'll leave it with you. But I will leave you with one thing. What if you could empower yourself to make this choice, and this empowered your whole family? And then she goes, yep. Okay. So feel, felt, found is a really powerful tool. You need to get some coaching around how to use that well. How do you overcome the price objection? I never get a price objection. Never. And I'll tell you why, because I build enough value in the product in the first place. So I don't share the product until I get permission. So I ask the master, ask your questions. I gain respect and trust. They get vulnerable. I share my story by asking permission. I share my story, and then I don't sell product in that moment. I wait. Okay, I might send them a little video on Juice Plus, and they say, I'm really interested. How much is it? And then I ring them again and I say to them, this is what the product is and this is what the price is. And if they say, oh, it's a little bit expensive, if they do, I say, you know what? I thought the same too, 100%. And at the time, I couldn't afford Juice Plus. But what I couldn't afford was to get sick again. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It was a great choice for me, right? So make sure you always align with their values and you align with their, people are just skeptical because they're asking to be challenged because they need more information. And ignorance is to ignore the truth. So you've got to give people the truth. Okay? Please, if you're getting objections, you're actually in your head, not in your heart. You're getting objections, you've got to switch mindset. How can I love someone? Like for all of you Christians out there, for anyone who is religious, you know how to love people at the highest level, and you know how to give a gift, you know how to do random acts of kindness, you know how to love, and you've got to love with your voice and your heart. You've got to ask people, how are you? What's going on for you? How are the kids? How's life? What drives you? What's your purpose? Do you feel like life is treating you beautifully at the moment? Right? Get out of your head. If you think, how do I share it? What do I say? You're doing it wrong in your heart. Don't think about sharing. Think about caring. Then after you've cared and they've been vulnerable, then you can ask permission to share, and then you share. Then you stop and you wait for the response. Does that make sense? All right, I think I have to go now. I don't want to go.
Thanks, Natty. Beautiful job as always. I love how your passion builds. It's kind of like this volcano that just continues to erupt. I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you.
I know, and I have to be careful not to swear.
It's okay. I think we're all adults here.
No,
Guys.